From the NewsChannel 5 network, this is OpenLine.
Hey, Monday night. Hey, everybody, I'm Rhori Johnston. Welcome to NewsChannel 5 Plus. Time for Open Line. We got a great program tonight. We were just talking in the break here. We haven't done this one on Open Line for a while. You may have seen our guest on Morning Line recently, and that is Mark Binda, a familiar face here at NewsChannel 5 because he is our programming director. So,
hey, Rhori.
All your phone calls to
How you doing?
Dr. Binda, as we affectionally call him. Good to see you.
It's been a while.
It has. I'm glad you're here. You've been programming director here for
1989.
Yeah, so
a long time.
A long time. So here's what's great is in next month I'll be here 10 years, and you know, being a CBS affiliate is a great thing. Can be a great thing because the network has done so very well, but usually these things ebb and flow, but it just hasn't seemed that way with CBS.
We've had a really good run for about 15 years now. I mean, when CSI, it's interesting, CSI goes away this year, but since CSI and Survivor debuted, CBS has really been strong. But, you know, the 10-year, 15-year period before that, it was all NBC.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. That's right. No doubt about it. Remember all those days with Seinfeld and Friends and ER.
Yeah, it was unbelievable how strong that network was.
Right. So now CBS continues its strength, and we've got what we're going to do tonight, folks, is talk to you a little bit about the new lineup that starts, I believe, next week. Next Monday officially is the debut, the new season on CBS, and there's a number of new shows. We're going to show you some clips, and Mark's going to talk a little bit about them, and we want you to call in, tell us what you think, also tell us what your favorite shows are. We know that you folks out there really like CBS programming during prime time because the ratings are really, really strong, and we appreciate that. And
it gives you a good lead in at 10 o'clock.
A great lead in at 10 o'clock, no doubt about it. We do appreciate it. And what's funny is we have these meetings here at NewsChannel 5 where we go over our ratings and we look at how we're doing from time to time. And Mark always puts together a presentation. And one of the things that you put together is how well these primetime shows do. And it just dominates. Right now, how is CBS doing as we head into the fall, and what are the top shows here in Nashville?
Well, you know, this summer is obviously a different schedule than the rest of the season, but we've done very well this summer. Zoo is a surprise hit on Tuesday nights. The series finale of Zoo is tomorrow night. Big Brother's had a renaissance this year. It's on 3 nights a week for CBS. We've had some of our ratings the past few weeks on Big Brother have been the best we've had in 4 years. But of course, people know CBS mainly for, you know, the criminal procedurals.
Yeah.
You know, NCIS has been the top show in Nashville for, you know, easily 10 years, maybe, you know. Criminal Minds, it's going into its 11th season. It's been a top show.
You know, that show seems to be one of those. Obviously, you hear a lot about NCIS Los Angeles, which I really like just because I like
Cool J and Chris O'Donnell.
What's her name? The actress Hunt, Linda Hunt.
Yeah,
right. I just like her character. Yes, thank you. Also, NCIS New Orleans. Now the spinoff has done very, very well, right?
Hit. Yeah, actually, the ratings for NCIS New Orleans. Season to date, we're actually like a 10th of a rating point in Nashville, higher than NCIS.
Right.
It's amazing.
Not bad. So Criminal Minds is one of these that all these other shows seem to get a lot of attention, but it is one, and I hear from people when I go out, they're like, man, I love Criminal Minds. It's just real thoughtful, and it's done very well. It's
done tremendous, and you know, they've thrown everything against it. You know, it was the one show that really continued to do well against Idol when Idol was in its heyday.
When you say they, this is counter-programming we're talking about.
Networks,
the other networks try to counter-program to come up with something.
Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, is probably the strongest time period on television. You think of Criminal Minds, ABC's got Modern Family, Empire is the biggest hit last year on Fox, and you know, and whatever NBC's got at that point. But Criminal Minds just does really well. It holds its own no matter what the other guys throw against it. And we're going to have a Criminal Minds spinoff later this season with Gary Sinise coming back. Won't be playing the same character he was on CSI New York, but he'll head the spinoff for CBS.
Great. I like Gary Sinise. It'll be good to see him.
Guy.
Another show, before we get into the new ones, that it's one of my favorites that we have on here in the newsroom on Friday nights is Blue Bloods. Blue Bloods, amazingly strong show in Nashville. Probably among the top 5 rated shows in the market. Select's always been strong. I mean, back in the day when Magnum was in prime time, Magnum did really well here, even when it was on against the Cosbys and the Family Ties of the world. But it's just a really strong show, and you know, it's great. It's the '1 show on Friday night. Gives you guys a great lead on Friday at 10. And I think people in Nashville love it because not only is it a crime drama, but you get that family story
part that, you know, is really lacking kind of on television right now.
Right. At what point during the summer, or maybe it's in the spring, do you get an idea from CBS, this is what we're going to be doing? And a lot of times, and it frustrates viewers, I know, because you get the phone calls and emails as well when they start to move shows around a little bit. I know there's a lot of strategy involved that we don't have anything to do with here at News Channel 5, obviously. We kind of take what the network gives us. But why do they do that so much? I know it's a chess game, but each season they may decide we're going to move this show to this night, and viewers can...
Well, it's, you know, for a variety of reasons. You know, we're blessed that right now with some strength, so that a lot of some of your favorite shows this fall are not actually on the fall schedule. Mike and Molly, Two Broke Girls, and Person of Interest are all coming back, but they're not on the fall schedule for CBS. They'll come back later in the year when maybe some of these other new shows, hopefully they don't fail, but you know, odds are that 3 out of 5 new shows, even 4 out of 5 new shows typically don't make it. So we know there's going to be some change in the schedule.
So when do those shows come on? Those are popular. I wanted to get into the comedies as well, because the CBS has remarkably done pretty well with some comedies in recent years as well.
Yeah. Comedy's been a tough genre as a whole. You know, there's not many hit comedies on television anymore. You think of Big Bang Theory, Modern Family does well. There's a couple of them, but it's not like the heyday of the 80s or the 70s when there were 4, 5, 6 comedies per night and every network had comedies. I don't think NBC only has 2 comedies on their fall schedule on Friday nights. We've got actually no comedies on our fall schedule until Thursday Night Football's over, and then when Thursday Night Football's over, I'm sorry, I take that back. Big Bang and Life in Pieces will be Monday nights.
Okay, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. 737+ is the phone number if you'd like to call in, ask some questions to Mark about the CBS programming lineup this fall, and share your opinions. What do you think of the shows? Well, let's go ahead before we get into some of these and take a couple of calls here. Sam's first. Hey, Sam, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
All right, I got 2 questions to ask you.
Sure.
The programming man.
Okay.
You got your new lineup, and what I want to know now is how do y'all determine who, you know, what group of people that you are trying to
reach?
Watch your shows. Now, let me give you an example. For a while, there was comedy every night. Now we in a reality show.
Yep.
I am a sci-fi, and I like action, I like sports and everything. My question is who determines where y'all go with these situations? Is it trying to please the women? Are they the most people that watch the most, or what?
Yeah. Well, you hit it right on the head. Most television viewing is usually dominated by the female in the household. Men, we watch television, but we watch sports for the most part. So women are generally, you know, are the ones that, you know, drive viewing. But fortunately or unfortunately, the networks are, you know, slaves to the advertisers, and the advertising community generally wants to reach younger people. It makes no sense to me because, you know, they think that, you know, when you're 19 years old, you decide you're going to drink Coke or Pepsi and you never change. But you know, who has the money in this country? It's older people, but you know, the advertisers want to reach these younger people. So that's why the networks a lot of times chase younger viewers, and that's why reality shows are so popular. Thankfully, we don't have a lot of them on CBS. We have Survivor, we have Amazing Race, but if you look at like the NBC schedule this summer, it's all reality shows.
Right.
So CBS does well, but they don't go overboard in the reality situation. So
but
right
this
now,
is a large team of researchers and all sorts of people at CBS that work on this constantly.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a a big department in LA that does nothing but this, and they've been at it a long time. The CBS team, led by Les Moonves, they've been actually doing this for about 15 years for the network.
Yeah. Les Moonves does okay.
Yes. I'd like to have a little bit of his salary.
Yeah, I think something like 65 million or something last year. But hey, he's running a huge. It's #1 network, and of course Julie Chen. They are a couple. They're married. We got to take a quick break. Sam, good call. We got a couple lined up, and we have very interesting. We're going to start things off talking about Life in Pieces. If you like Modern Family, this may be kind of molded after that. You've seen all the promos for it. We'll talk about it coming up after this. Stay with us.